Sorry for touching my mic.
I've had a couple of submissions from people who are like, they're feeling a little low. They wanted to kind of point out some things that have been going on in their life and share with the audience. And I wanted to, if we have a moment, I can read a few of those. Is that okay?
Sure.
And I'll try to chase back all of them here. Beej, I'm feeling a bit low tonight. I love watching the stream, but it's a reminder that the things I always want to do seem as far away as they ever do. Without going to the backlog of projects I would love to do, I feel like I never could. I even know that the solutions are right there for me to get into those, get to those ends, both in and out of my head. I just can't find my spark. I know there isn't a lot you can do from afar, but for a small donation, a small piece of advice or encouragement from my comedy spirit animal would be really good tonight. Excellent. So I think maybe the best thing to do is like every project, like this is very like practical advice really. It's less like, you know, morally boosting advice, I guess, but, or morale boosting advice, but every project has multiple tiny steps in it.
Mm-hmm. Break them down.
Yeah, and sometimes the first thing you need to do is just write down what's the first thing that, like, what am I actually working on, and what's the first thing I need to do to make that happen?
Yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to think about, like, do I have something that is preventing me from doing everything else in this? Can I get that thing done, and then I don't have that to worry about? Because often, you know, like, some projects are just a whole bunch of different things and you can start anywhere, but sometimes you're like, you know what, if I don't do this, I can't do all of these other things. If I can just get that done, it'd make me feel so much better about this project and I'd be able to get it done easier.
And then if you do that one thing, and even if you're looking at like, oh, this must be the next thing I need to do, think about that next thing that you need to do. Just kind of look at it after you've written it down and just say to yourself, now is that actually the first thing I have to do, or is there something that comes before that? Or can that even be broken down further? Like if it's like I need to make like a bunch of phone calls, or I need to go to the store and get like a whole bunch of stuff, it's like, okay, but what's the actual first thing I need to do to make that happen? And even if that's down to something just like I need to check my bank balance, or I need to wait to get paid, or I need to put gas in the car, or I need to just even get up.
But treat all those things as small, tiny accomplishments. I think a couple of days ago, Kathleen was asked something similar to this, and her advice was around the idea of if you're having really difficulty getting through projects, is to give yourself small rewards. So you think about things, and like, okay, even if the reward is just getting up and going for a walk, or having like a tiny snack, or you know, reading a couple pages of a book that you've been meaning to read, or watching a Netflix show, or whatever, just a small little reward for each part that you complete, if you're having a lot of difficulty getting through it, can be a huge help in getting through things that are really slowing you down. If you really need to do them, that can help.
And if I can add, celebrating those little things matters a lot, and no matter how much you feel like there's something stopping you from getting the next step, there's two steps that are almost always something that you can work on. If you've got the energy, you can almost always plan, you can almost always research. And even if you find a place where you're not sure if the world is this way or that way, and you won't know until you ask someone, you can sometimes work your way a little bit down both branches and still feel like you're making some positive progress. Like, if it's this, I know what my next step will be. If it's this, I know what my next step will be. And sometimes just getting a little bit of a plan in front of you is something to help you feel like you at least made some positive progress. And then celebrate all the little things.
This might just be a very personal thing, but I always found when I was struggling with a large project, if I was able to make any kind of progress at all on it, that would have a cascading effect. Yes. Where if I felt that I had made some kind of breakthrough, right, or if I felt that I had found some kind of purchase on it, if I was able to apply my like kung fu grip, right, then I was able to feel much more confident, and I had a lot more energy moving ahead with it.
And even the little things will start to snowball. You know, I got 3 things checked off on my list today. They were little, but today maybe I have the energy to pursue 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, you'll start to feel like you're on a roll, and maybe you'll get a lot more done than you thought you would.
And also, be kind to yourself when you're not able to do it. Yeah. It's okay to say, I don't have the spoons to do this today. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna, you know, take a break, and I'm gonna take it easy on myself.
Congratulate yourself for taking the mental health day when you need it. You know, I rested, I am ready to take this on tomorrow is a valid thing to do for yourself.
Self-care is important.
It is.
Okay, can I turn on this microphone since